It's the Don't Make It Weird podcast with your hosts, Daniel and Dinosaurus.
Hello there. Welcome to the Don't Make It Weird podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Daniel Quigley, and we are your comedy storytelling podcast for the writing community, by the writing community. And guys, I'm joined, as always, by the fabulous, ferocious Fern, who always films fantastic, Dinosaurus!
I thought about being as late as you were, but I decided against it, that I would still come on time. Ooh, that's what she said.
Still coming on time. I mean, here's the thing. It's not like I wasn't here. It was just a lot of me fighting technology today. So, you know, I saw you got some reading. Time. Yeah, I should have. I see you got some reading in. What you reading right now, buddy?
I did. Right now I'm reading For the Divergent collection from Veronica Roth, because I'm trying to finish that series to get that, because it's been sitting on my bookshelf since it came out and I haven't read it. So I was like, this feels really wasteful. I shouldn't be buying more books. I should be finishing what's on my shelf. So. That's
smart. But that's also part of the reader's journey, really, is that it's like, for every one book we read, we have to get like 8 more. You know, like it's quicksand, even though you tell me quicksand isn't dangerous.
Yeah, it's not. It's pretty slow. So, I mean, it's a bad analogy.
Okay, but it's not like you're physically being killed by books. You are just slowly drowning in them.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Okay, I'll give you that one. It's like quicksand. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Being a reader is like quicksand, but you know what, Dina? We have a third member of our team that I want to introduce you to, and guys...
Who's always on time.
He never comes early, just ask his wife. Excuse me, sorry. Producer Sean's in the back, sweet Dina's in the front, cruising down the freeway in the hot sun. Suddenly, buffaloes rush us from behind, loud voice booming, please drink, 2 at a time. Sean preaches words of comfort. Dina just hides her knives. Buffalo taps the car and says, nice, 69. How bizarre. Ooh, baby. Producer Sean, everyone. Yeah. That was a good one. Don't even give me that look. That was a good one.
You know how much I dislike that song. You know. How you've known that for like, I don't know, 20 years? When did that song come out?
I mean, it had to be early 2000s.
Older than me.
God, is that song older than Dina, Sean? Can you look this up?
I don't know. I don't think so.
If it's older than Dina,
I figured you would be the How Bizarre by OMC expert around here, but
I mean, I just know it came out around
96. It's older
than me.
God. That song's really from 96?
96.
No.
Oh,
God. Audience, I'm going to be so depressed all day today. That's one of my jams. I thought it came out like same time as Zumba. I mean, it was roughly
we were
same
6th
time.
grade when that came out.
God. What was it like your first time hearing it, Sean?
I heard it and I was like, I just know that this song's going to torture me one day, and then I met
you. And now you know. So audience, listen. We'll do a giveaway right now. All right, guys. If anyone records themselves singing any part of How Bizarre, I mean, it's got to be at least like 30 seconds, and send it. What did she got her Shimmer shirt on?
You missed the whole conversation beforehand. Yeah. Because I ordered a shirt from DMIWpodcast.com/store.
Excellent. And, we're off to a rockin' start.
I ordered a medium because I'm usually a medium, but this literally I can't get my head through it.
It's like a child's large, I think.
Did you pick? You must have picked the wrong youth medium instead of adult medium.
I don't know, because this is the same that I had with our dinosaur space shirt, and it fit fine. So I really don't know. But I told Sean, I was like, yeah, let's do a giveaway. And he was like, if it's a child size, that's not our demographic. So I'm going to make a shirt for our dogs.
Perfect. But listen, so this works out. So guys, we're going to do a giveaway right now. If anyone tags our podcast and sings 30 seconds of How Bizarre, specifically to Sean. You gotta look him in the camera and let him know that it's for producer Sean. Guys, we'll give you, and listen, now that I'm newly have a brand new cool job, it'll be on me. One item from the merch store, $30 or under, if you can sing this song. First person to do it.
Normally
And
I
you
wouldn't
gotta
support
sell it.
this endeavor, but Daniel's actually going to buy something for the show for once, so I'm on board.
Yeah,
Let's
baby.
do it.
Let's go. So it's got to be 30 seconds. First one that records himself. You've got to sell it though. I don't want just sweet singers in the back. I need you to sell it, audience. Can you guys do that for me? I believe in you.
The Huns.
You put an awful lot of emphasis on the
that's
F portion of that.
Mm-hmm. That was a great sing along. I remember those sing alongs when we would do that. We should do a sing along again at some point. Yeah. But all right, guys, all right.
To do it.
So we have an awesome show today. We're going to talk about how reviews sell your books. Are they effective? Are they not? We're going to have our normal story time. We're going to have all sorts of great stuff today. But before we go any further, last week we had on the immaculate Rebecca Mickelson and her An Italian series. And man, Dina, tell me your thoughts. How'd you feel about our girl Rebecca?
I loved having somebody here that loathed you as much as I do.
Fuck.
It
Rebecca
brought me so
loves
much
me.
joy.
She no. Her and Fanny are the two members of the Donk fan club.
She literally she was recording herself singing something just to get you to shut up because she didn't like your bit as much as you do.
Yeah.
Dina, can I go first?
Ugh! I'm so triggered. It's
the best bit. It's the best bit. And she hasn't recorded it yet. So if she steps up, then the can I go first bit will die. But until then, it's alive and kicking, Dina. All right.
I will literally brush out my hair on a recording and give myself an afro just so that you never do that bit again.
How big of an afro are we talking?
I mean, it gets pretty big.
I mean, if you blew this thing out, fully maxed out, how big, like...
Well, it gets to about the half length of a curl. So you get it like that big.
Okay, yeah, I would also accept that. I would love to see you with fully froed out, frizzed out, just blown out hair, Dina. This would I didn't even know I wanted this until today, but now I want this. So let's talk. And for the YouTube audience, Dina's referring to her armpit hair. Her armpit hair is what she's referring to.
Totally.
Don't watch. Yeah, don't watch.
Don't watch. Just like and subscribe.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Sean, what'd you think about having Rebecca on, man?
She was a blast, man. And I was really impressed by
Mr. M.
Mr. M's bartending skills were on point. I was really impressed by the cocktails he was delivering.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
She was a blast. She was hilarious. And it's always great having a true fan of the show on the show because she got every reference. She did a bunch of callbacks herself. It was very fun.
And man, I'm with you. It was so much fun. I mean, her book series is incredible. It's just a fun, fast read. You blink and you're halfway through it and you don't even realize it, man. And that's like the best compliment you can give an author. Yeah.
Yeah.
And man, she was so much fun to have on. Next time we'll get Mr. M on as well. And man, I can't wait till the third one comes out. So, Dina, are you ready for our next segment?
Yeah, can I go first?
Yes. Would you like to go first, Dina?
Go fuck yourself.
This is an even better bit. This is only improving my feelings on the bit. So, all right. So, guys, it's time for the segment where we definitely didn't steal this from Stevie and Anthony over at the We Have Issues podcast. It's 100% original, but you guys should definitely check out the We Have Issues podcast because we love them and they're amazing. The Accountability segment. Dina, why don't you kick us off? What you working on right now, kid?
Oh, I just finished my second round of dev edits for Nothing Special coming out in 2023. and I added a shit ton. Like I changed quite a bit of it, added some more fantasy elements, added some more romance elements.
Ooh.
And I'm working on writing book 2 still. I'm at 17,000 words and sitting strong right there because I can't think of anything else to add to it. So this is fun. What about you, Daniel?
Well, I mean, you got about, I don't know, 15, 20,000 more words until you hit the real, dead middle of your story. And that's when you hate everything. So right now you're just at writer's block, which is a fine stage, Yeah,
it's a good stage. It's easy to get out of.
So my dev edits for my book Thunderstruck, coming out summer of 2023 from Lost Boys Press, is supposed to start in less than a month. So I'm kind of gearing up. I've been kind of taking some notes on what I think I want to work on, and then just kind of touch base with what the editor says, and go from there. She's been kind of emailing me and telling me that she likes it so far. So hopefully that's a good sign that it's not complete trash. And yeah, man, very excited about that, and just starting to get the gears going on another story idea. So it's nice to probably start on something fresh too while I'm at it. So yeah, man. Producer Sean, what about you, bud?
All those stickers we told you guys about a couple weeks ago, they're here. We got 500 of these bad boys.
Hell yeah.
And if you want one, just shoot us a DM with your mailing address and I'll send you one.
Yeah, listen, free stickers for everyone. You don't even have to sing for it. Wait, they don't even have to sing for it, Sean?
Nope.
What about...
just free stuff. What a good episode, guys.
Okay. I see you, Producer Sean. You're just gonna... Our audience is never gonna do my stupid ideas if you're just giving them free things, Sean.
It's a sticker, dude.
I don't think Sean gets enough credit for how much time, energy, and money he puts into producing this show for our audience.
He does.
He deserves more credit than that.
He's a mensch. And listen, we're going to give him the first ever
Thank you, Dina.
Producer Sean Mensch Award right here. Sean, you're welcome. Would you like
it's like the
Dundies?
The
audience? Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Dundee.
I don't know what a mensch is, guys.
It's Jewish for a good person, basically.
Oh, shit. My bad.
I feel God in this Chili's tonight.
Second drink!
Woo! Producer Sean, can you just go ahead and clip that Dundee's reference in for me, buddy?
I got you. Boop. It's done.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. So we I think you know what's coming up next, buddy. Do I?
What's that?
Voicemail. Yeah, we got a couple of voicemail messages. You guys want to check our voicemail?
I would love to.
Let me just finish pouring my beer.
Backpack.
I'm just watching Darth
Swiper,
Maul
no swiping.
Jesus, my daughter says that, and it's the most adorable thing. She's like, "Swiper, no swiping." You're like, yeah,
just like that.
Just like that.
All right.
She's like
way
that.
cute. She's way cuter than I am. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I don't know how you got blessed with such a cute kid. Like, how did that happen?
Listen, it's still up in the air whether I'm the baby's daddy or not. I
don't think you are.
Yeah, let's not even start that conversation. All right, shit. Voicemails? Here we go.
Voicemails?
Hey, Producer Sean. I saw your take when I said that I would make you the MC's best friend and how you're never the MC. So I had to tell you, man, I have to write you as the MC's best friend first so I can get your voice, because you are just such a cool guy. It's going to take a little bit of time for me to get good enough to write you as an MC.
That's fair.
It's going to happen, brother. Have a good one.
So Sean, if you were going to be the MC in a fantasy story, like, just give us the broad strokes. What kind of story would you want to be in, buddy? Like, what are you starring in here?
Oh, a space epic for sure.
Okay. Like, are we doing like Star Wars, like space epic, or just like an original?
I mean, it wouldn't have to be Star Wars specifically, but yeah, it would be inspired by Star Wars.
Okay. So like maybe some sort of energy sword and flying around in spaceships.
I didn't say a ripoff of Star Wars. I said inspired by Star Wars.
Dina, you have a look on your face that says
The gears are turning.
Yeah.
No, because so my favorite sci-fi series, I have a quote of it written on my desk. Like I literally took the time to write on my freaking desk because I like this series so much. And I was just thinking, I was like, I would love to be in the Aurora Cycle series if I was going to be in a sci-fi. Like it would be so cool.
Not Red Dwarf?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Red Dwarf.
Well,
I was thinking more like Firefly. But
Yeah. Oh, dude, a Firefly
similar
type of epic? Yeah.
Red Dwarf and Aurora Cycle have similar vibes. So.
All right. Well, maybe I'll have to give it a little checking out. Check it out.
Yeah, all right. Check it
What?
out,
Do
check
we
it
have
out.
another?
Check out.
we have another.
Bro, Daniel,
Bruh.
I just
What up,
cringy
bro?
population. That has to have been the most disgusting
Hot.
thing I've heard yet.
Which
and I've got a
one?
pretty low standard.
Hold on.
Goodbye.
What a message. All right, hold on. So that message was left on May 2nd. Oh, that was a while ago. So that would coincide with 55, the reboot.
But okay, that was your
So-
original. That was needing
that's old, though.
That was
Yeah, that was needing
was-
the monkey kimono.
Yeah.
the Office of Gardens and Ponds by Didier DeCoin.
Kimono moan. You can't spell kimono without moan. Sorry.
Dina, are you high right now?
Just on painkiller.
The painkillers are
kidding.
wearing off.
Jesus.
I'm not on painkillers anymore.
I'm making the assumption that he's referring to the episode that came out the day that he called. So
Yeah.
who knows?
It could be any. I mean, listen, we've had a lot of gross ones on here. I don't think, to me, if just off the top of my head, quickly, let's go around the table. Dina, what was the grossest one that we've done off the top of your head?
Liver.
Yeah. Sean?
I'm inclined to say the liver one, but I'm reminded of the fucking pile driver that rants read about the necrophilia.
Yeah.
There was the one that I literally had to take my headphones out and I didn't hear it because it got so gross. So whatever one that one was.
You know
So
what?
like all of them.
Yeah, I was going to say the liver one, just because that was some like Hannibal Lecter of sex shit, might be my grossest one. But man,
Okay, eating it yourself is bad enough, but feeding it to your family
Exactly.
is the like cherry
That's
on
what
top
got
of
me.
the horrifying
Yeah.
like
Oh, God, it's some messed up stuff. But all right.
This
So,
one time I watched a Criminal Minds episode where this dad killed his whole family, but then like still pretended that they were alive and like would talk to the bodies and like eat dinner and shit and like make food for them and everything and like try to force food down their throat. Okay.
What the
still not as bad as that cringy copulation though.
Still,
No,
still
but,
not as
like,
bad.
He didn't make them eat liver
I
that
just-
he fucked. So
I just
Yeah.
think about it sometimes.
I just think about it sometimes too. All right, do we have any
just
other
think about it
voicemails?
sometimes. No, that's it for today, you guys.
All right, man. So, Dina, why don't you give the audience a little tease? Give them a little tickle, a little pile driver of liver, if you will.
Tickle a pickle.
Pile driver of liver.
It all comes
Today-
together.
Make it as worse as possible.
Also, I have a bump on my arm, so I might have cancer. I should go to the doctor. I am going to tell the story about the time that I had to go dumpster diving and I almost got kidnapped.
Shit. Well, I'm excited for that. That's gonna be. I mean, not the cancer. I definitely don't hope you have wrist cancer, Dina.
Yeah, I need to go.
But I'm
get
excited
checked.
about
Did you
dumpster
say
diving.
wrist cancer?
I mean, just
Yeah,
look
he
at her
said wrist cancer. This is my arm. That's
Yeah,
okay.
you were examining.
I know,
your
but
wrist.
the way he said wrist sounded awfully close to breast. So I was like, what?
Oh.
Oh, Jesus. All right, guys. So it's now time. Since I was late today, I'm going to be punished. And that means that it's time for the game segment that I am just terrible at. Word
Is that why you were
association.
late? Was it on purpose?
It's the word association game, ladies and gentlemen. Dina's favorite, Daniel's least favorite. And today, I've brought back the random word generator from randomwordgenerator.com. We're going to look at random nouns selected completely randomly by this word generator. So
Say random again.
Say again. Slower.
So just for those who missed
Slower.
it, this is completely random.
Slower.
It's random.
It's right.
All right. So I'm going to say a random word. Dina's going to react to it. Daniel's going to react to Dina's reaction, and then we'll go back and forth opposite the next time, and we'll do it a couple rounds, and then I don't know if you guys want to bounce back and forth a couple times on the same word.
Oh yeah, let's definitely.
Usually by the time it gets to Daniel, the round's ruined.
Words.
So
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah,
just
we'll
go
just see what
until
I
one of
say.
us. Yeah, let's just go until one of us fucks up. It'll be like a little like competition until I fuck up.
All right.
Yeah.
The first word is
Is Dina going first?
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, Sean, I'd like to go.
The first word is. The first word is. Relation.
Ship.
Bill Clinton.
Hillary. FedEx driver. Sorry.
Hot.
Hot sun.
Got nothing. I thought I got you there with Hillary Clinton being hot.
That actually worked really well, and I'm not mad.
I'm trying to
I
step up my game,
reacted
baby.
to my own. Did you? I reacted to
Yes.
my own. Okay.
You did. It's okay.
I got too excited.
All right. The next word is freedom.
America.
Speech. Shit.
Hugs.
Gun.
I liked that one.
So that was a shout out to our second time we had Stevie and Anthony on when we had the fake Florida man headlines, and one of them was a pug
Episode
shot their
29?
owner. Yeah, pug shot their owner with a gun. So Dina is now 2-0 against me because I've got my one locked and loaded, and I'm fucked after that right
Listen.
now, apparently.
Dina just came in like a cute little pug and shot your face off. All right,
Yes, sir.
the next word is inspection.
Doctor.
Prostate exam.
Pap smear.
Hot.
Oh God!
Fire.
Sean's when he's walking.
All right, you're done.
I'm giving myself a point on that. 2-1.
No, hold on a second.
Uh-huh.
You can't just say hot to anything that's uncomfortably not hot.
Sponge.
Okay, hot can be your sponge. All right.
All right. I won't do hot again. I'm sorry.
The next word is country.
Fuego.
Spanish.
Lover.
I can't say what's a name. I can't say a name.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
That's 2-2, baby. Let's go.
Dina lost.
All right, Daniel, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Wait, he went first the
next
last
word
time. The
is-
last.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
The country?
wait, but he just won. So.
Yeah,
Oh wait, is that what we're doing? Is it winner or is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's just go a best of 7. So right now we're tied at 2. So we'll go Dina, and then let's roll from there.
Okay, best of 7.
Okay.
Dina, the next word is recipe.
Hiccup.
Disaster.
Tornado.
Bill Paxton.
I don't know who that is.
Have you
Your
been
mom.
stuck in an F5?
So Bill Paxton is the late actor who starred in the 90s thriller Twister, which is about tornadoes. And they used to have a ride at Universal in Orlando called Twister. And I say ride loosely because it was really just like a room you walked into, and then they turned on a bunch of
Yeah.
fans to simulate really fast wind.
They
And then
had-
there
the
was like a
floor moved a little
video
bit.
of Bill Paxton that was like, "Hi, I'm Bill Paxton. Have you ever experienced an F5 tornado?
Me and
This is
Sean.
my co-star Helen Hunt." And then she would just walk in, "Hi, I'm Helen Hunt. This is
It was
a
the most
simulation of a tornado." It was just so cheesy.
It was, and so me and Sean went on this ride, like right after, like we graduated high school. He flew out to Florida with me. We We were helping pack up my grandparents' house, and we went on this ride, and it was the funniest thing. Even 20 years later, just this super cheesy. All he has to do is just walk in the room and go,
Hi, I'm Bill Paxton.
I freaking lose it every time.
Honestly, we only went in there because it was really humid and like it kept like there was like 16 random thunderstorms throughout the day, so it went from like 100 degrees and sunny to like a thunderstorm to 100 degrees and sunny, like over and over again. I think we only went in there because it had AC.
Yep.
And it was a short line.
Very short line. But yeah,
Hi,
all right.
I'm Bill Paxton. Okay, next
3-2, I'm up. You can't let me win this time, Dina.
Game point.
Yep.
The next word is apple.
Jack.
The cereal Cheerio things.
That's what I said. That's an Apple Jack. Oh, you're saying the
is that what they're
Apple... Yeah, oh, no, there are two separate ones. Cheerios did have their own...
Apple Cinnamon Cheerios? Or are you talking about Apple Jacks, the cereal?
I didn't know they were called Apple Jacks. Maybe that's why it came into my head.
That's what they're called. The pink and green ones? Those are Apple Jacks.
Yeah, it's the Cheerios.
All right. Let's call that a redo because there was maybe some miscommunication. I'm still up 3-2.
I don't know. I feel like Dina gets the point on that one.
Oh, fine.
I still reacted.
That's true.
It's 3-3.
3-3. All right, let's do it.
Game point.
Yeah.
Wait,
The final word is...
who goes? Who's going?
You do. Dina,
Oh.
you.
Oh God, so much anxiety. Oh God.
Oh, God.
Dina, the final word is measurement.
It's, the stick.
Edge's penis.
Butt.
Buttman.
That's 2 words.
Nope. Buttman like
Oh,
Batman.
so you just reused the word she used.
No, she used the fucking Applejack cereal.
Fine. Buttman rants.
Fuck.
And Dina wins.
You had to pull the rants card, didn't you? Rants
Every time it's like the T-Rexes.
Listen, she almost said rants when you said lover, so let's not even go there.
I was gonna say the name of a character in my book that is Hispanic, and yeah, but I didn't. Nobody's gonna know who that is, so they're gonna think that it's a real person. And I was like, I can't say the name of a person. They're gonna like go hunt for this person that's imaginary.
Yeah, just hunt them down. Just kill them, you know? I'm with you. So, all right, guys, it is time for our discussion segment of the evening. And today we're going to talk about reviews for books and what impact they may have on you, the author, trying to sell them. And especially for the indie community, you hear a million people asking for reviews. It's you know, they want you to buy their book, but they also want you to, you know, whether you read it or not, at least lie to them and give them a nice review. So, Dina, what have you got for us on this?
So I did no research. I was just kind of going based on thoughts and feelings on this one. So I think that reviews are important to the author. However, I don't know that they're going to impact sales very much. I think that they impact algorithms. But I don't know if they, like, I don't know very many readers that are like, they're like reading the back of the book or the blurb or they saw something on it and they're like, let me go look at all the reviews first. I don't know that people are doing that.
So, you know, I did a little bit of research, and obviously, you know, there's some people that just use general reviews, like in terms of like food and, you know, locations and stuff in addition to books. But at least from a University of Wisconsin article, it says that they estimate that positive reviews do have a stronger effect on demand, but that even negative reviews cause sales to increase. A positive review generates a 62% increase in demand, while a negative leads to a 34% increase in demand.
But is that just because the algorithms are now pushing the book because somebody's talking about it? Because algorithms want you to be talking about things. So they're going to push things that they notice are getting a little bit of traction. It's the same that happens with us on YouTube. So
I think that it's probably a little bit of each. Okay, so let's break this down because we're talking about our own personal experiences. So Dina, you've just had I don't know, someone recommend a book to you, and you go to either Goodreads or Amazon, what's the first thing you do?
As a writer, I'm looking at reviews. Before I started writing again, though, I never looked at reviews. I just took somebody's word of mouth for it.
So, I mean,
Which, I mean, I guess that's kind of like a review.
So, I mean, I'll put it to you this way. Like, when I go, like, I always look at a book on Goodreads. I don't necessarily read a lot of the reviews, but, like, I'll look on the aggregate. So, like, I'll see, okay, this is, on average, I'll look at the number of reviews, be like, okay, does this have 10 or does this have 1,000? And then I'll look at what the average is. If you've got 1,000 reviews and you're trending anywhere in that around 4-star plus, I'll be like, okay, this is probably pretty decent. And if I'm still on the fence, what I always have done, because I always think I'll do 3 things. One, I'll look at, I don't like reading the whole review because I want to make my own opinion for it, but I'll see, hey, a 5-star review, is this just a friend of the author, or is this like, hey, I got this review and, I'm allowed to do an honest one, I really liked it. I'll look at a 1-star review just to see, like, okay, because sometimes like a 1-star, you'll get 1-star reviews and they're just stupid. They're like, I had trouble opening the app, 1 star. And you're like, okay, that's not the book's fault, bud. You know
what's interesting is that Chad Ryan, he actually got a very, I don't remember if it was 1 star. I feel like it was, but I don't remember for sure. And somebody was complaining that he didn't follow source material close enough.
For what?
He wrote fiction. He made up his world, and somebody was like, yeah, this doesn't follow source material. He was like, it's a made-up world. What do you mean?
Yeah, what source material? That's super weird.
I don't know.
And then sometimes if I'm really on the fence, like, I'll look at like a 3-star review, because that's usually like, hey, I didn't love it, I didn't hate it, here's some of the reasons. But in general, as weird as it sounds, I look at actual reviews after I finish the story just to see how what I thought stacks up compared to what other people think. You know what I mean?
If I'm actively reading a book that I hate, because I try really hard to not DNF, and I did do that to a book the other day for the first time. I think it was the first time ever. And if I'm actively hating a book, then I'll go look at reviews to see if it's just me, if I'm the only one that's confused.
That's a good point.
I'll look for those really short, because like I read a book recently and I was just so confused. I was like, is this even a world? Like, I don't understand. And I looked at reviews and everybody was like, yeah, you just have to stop thinking about it and then you'll enjoy it. And I was like, that's fucking stupid.
If the advice is
stupid.
If the advice is shh, don't think, just let it happen.
It was a BuzzFeed article that said that too. They were like, yeah, this book is super popular, but you can only like it if you don't think about it. And I was like, what the hell am I doing?
And like, I agree with you, because actually, here's what's funny. Back to our fan favorite Dinosaur Lords. When I first read it for the first time, like 6 years ago, like, okay, you have to understand, this thing had rave reviews. It had a ton of reviews. At the time, it was like well over 4-star. I finished it and I was like, this is the worst fucking book I've ever read. And I started reading the reviews. I'm like, am I crazy for thinking it's this bad? And then once you get past the sham 5 stars from paid people or friends or whatever, and you start getting the real meat and potatoes, you're like, okay, this does suck. And now if you look at it, the reviews have averaged this thing back down to earth to the shit that it is. But yeah, man, yeah, I agree with you. When you get it, when you hate a book, review is the best time to see if you're crazy or not.
I actually want to jump in on the Dinosaur Lords thing too, because we covered this when we went on Quarantine Book Club, but it's really interesting to see the dip in the number of reviews that series has book to book, because that has 3 or 4 books in the series that were released, and the first book has so many. Yeah. We're going to read them all. Don't worry.
Yeah. Don't worry.
The first one had a ton of reviews. And then the second one had like less than half as many reviews. And then the third one had like less than half of that. And like it got less and less each time. And that's just indicative of how many people did not continue the series.
And I think that's a great point, because I mean, I actually like that as a kind of basis for telling, obviously this only works for book series, because it's one thing to hit the ground running and have all of your friends get on board with book 1 and, maybe create a little bit of momentum. But if the book sucks, that same momentum isn't going to carry to book 2.
Right.
So,
That's interesting. I never, because like there's several series like where the first book I was like, I don't like this. I finished it and then I just didn't bother to pick up the second one. And I want to go back and see how many people are like, how I want to compare the reviews now to see if other people were like, yeah, this is stupid.
I mean, and so I think just to kind of sum it all up is that obviously the statistics show if you get a lot of reviews, not only does it help you with the algorithm and does it, kind of create a buzz and a word of mouth, but they've shown that even as long as people are picking it up and leaving some review, even a shitty review kind of helps you. Maybe not in the long run, but at least short term. I think that what would you say is the best way? What are you looking for in a review, or who is reviewing?
I really look for, I've never really thought about it, but I think that I look for buzzwords. Like when people say that they couldn't put it down, when people say that world building was good, when people consider the characters their quote unquote friends, like that they miss them, that they want more. I look for those buzzwords. But I also do want to add real quick that I think that there's a huge push in the indie and self-pub community where people are like, review. And that's great, but like, don't harass your readers for reviews, because I see that they're not like directly telling people, but like they're just tweeting about it constantly. And I'm like, it's okay if you don't have as many reviews, because the people that left reviews are talking like they've got it talking. You've got 5 stars, you've got 4 stars. Also, in Goodreads world, if you look at their rating system, 3 stars is still considered good.
Oh yeah.
Like it's when you get into 2 stars that you need to worry, but like 3 stars isn't considered bad for Goodreads.
Yeah.
So
like my whole thing that I've always said is like I'm pretty easy to get a 3-star from, in terms of you'll get a 3-star from me as long as I didn't hate the book, right? Like even if I'm like, whatever. But, a 4-star for me is like, hey, this was a good experience. I probably will recommend it to other people if they ask. But overall, like, I like this book. And then a 5-star is I'm shouting this one from the top of the mountains. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling all my homies, yo, go get some Paisley fucking Adams. Nothing special.
I do try to, like, avoid, if I don't like the book, unless I know that it's a trad book, I won't leave a review if I don't like it, because I know that for indie and self-pub, they get really upset and very like they think that it's their lifeblood if they get less than 4 stars. So I do try to be generous about that, just because I want to support the community that I'm in. And I just won't leave a review if I thought that it was less.
No, that's totally fair. And like I said, I mean, I think that one other big factor is that, and this is a little bit more trad, a little bit more, audience building. But man, if you get anyone on Book Talk or, BookTube or anything like that can get out there and if they've got an audience and they're the ones pumping up your book, like that almost does more for you than, getting a dozen people to leave a review on a website. You know what I mean? So I think it's a lot of who you talk to and who's, and you want it to be organic. So that's kind of my thoughts. You got anything else you want to add in?
No.
All right, cool. Well, then that means, Dina, it's time. We're all about storytelling here, and as such, we try to share a fun story each week. So without further ado,
it's story time with Dinosaurus.
Who's got her wine claw going? Atta girl! Bring back the wine claw!
All right. So, I was 10. Oh my god, I was 10.
Okay, so middle school?
So we're going back. Yeah, it was my first year of high school.
Oh, sorry.
Going back. And my mom was a teacher. My mom was a teacher at the school that I was going to. And
you were knee deep in the cult at this point, right?
I was kind of on my way out. I was at like a less culty cult. No, never mind. That they had physical abuse there. No, it was still. I need to still call it a cult because
Yeah,
there was
still.
actual physical abuse.
Okay.
So,
Fun.
it was after school, and I went to her classroom, and she somehow notices that her wedding ring. My mother has this gorgeous wedding ring. Like, my dad was super into buying her very unique jewelry. Like, he had a friend that like made custom jewelry for her, like with actual rare gemstones and things like that. And she always had and has the most unique pieces of jewelry. So her wedding ring is extremely unique. I believe it's an emerald cut diamond because it's not princess cut, but it looks like princess cut. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's a gorgeous wedding ring. I think it's a 2-carat diamond, something really, really nice. And she somehow notices that the diamond in her wedding band is gone.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Every adult just shit themselves. So my mother is like, she's an instant crier. Like, there's no build up to it. Like, when something is wrong, she just drops and breaks. Like, done.
Did she actually
she
fall
starts
on the
crying
floor?
and she's like, no.
I was just double checking.
No. So she's like freaking out. She's like on her hands and knees. We have this giant antique wooden desk that she brought into her classroom that's like very, very old and like super heavy. And she's like trying to like lift it with her back, like trying to see like where this diamond could go. And it's been missing for all day for all she knows. So the first thing we do is we're like one of the few people left in the school at this point. And we might have actually been the only people left except for the janitor.
What's the janitor's name?
And so first thing he's not going to come up in the story.
Can we just call him Gilbert?
Yeah, sure. That fits him.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So first thing we do is we go check the bathroom.
Was janitor
And
old?
we're like 60s probably.
I like
I don't
old
think
Gil.
he's really old. Oh,
Oh God! Oh God!
Well
Oh,
played.
Gil's got to have
Well played.
Gil's got to have a break here, man.
Okay. So we're going through all the paper towels in the trash in the bathroom, and we're like opening individual paper towels. We're going through the trash can under the sink. We're going through the main trash cans in the hallways. Like, she has no idea if she like wiped her hands and like threw it in the trash or something. So we go through the trash through the entire hallway. And in the bathrooms, teacher's lounge, everywhere. Can't find this diamond anywhere. So logically, the next step for my mother was
Never
the
come
dumpster.
home. Oh, sorry.
Never come home. I'm sure that crossed her mind too. So we go out to the dumpster. And she opens it up and she's like looking and she's like, that looks like one of the trash bags from the bathroom. Dina, go get it. And I'm like,
Oh shit!
this is my first time dumpster diving. I had never done this before. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I'm not allowed in the dumpster. Like, I'm sitting here arguing, like, this isn't allowed. And she literally hoists me up. And, like, I go into the
So
dumpster.
she just
I'm
tossed your
diving.
ass in there. She's like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
she was just
you're
like,
a
"Here,
dumpster
climb
diver
in."
now."
She was like, I'm not getting in there. You need to do it. So I'm going through the trash, trying to find this diamond. And we probably spend over an hour in the freaking dumpster, just going through, tanning her bags, going through bags myself, covered in filth and gross, and it was horrible. Still can't find the wedding ring, or the diamond. So we leave, and she's trying to think back on when the last time was that she looked at her ring. And she's like, I don't even remember, because both of us take off our rings to go to bed. She's like, I don't even remember if I had it, but like if the diamond was in the
Oh God!
setting
It's at
when...
your fucking house, isn't it?
No. She's like, I don't even remember if I had it at that point, like this morning when I put my ring on. And I was like, okay, well, think back. Like, if it wasn't there, because she didn't want to go home,
Yeah.
I was like, if it wasn't there, where could it have been? She goes, well, the only place that we've been besides school was Save-A-Lot. So we go to Save-A-Lot. And we're like looking around, like we remember where we parked last time and we remember where we walked. So we're in the parking lot, like slowly walking the parking lot of Save-A-Lot, looking for a diamond.
Yeah.
And like, people are noticing because it's weird. And it's probably been like 30 minutes. And then we go into the store and we're like, has anybody turned in a diamond? Because yeah, people are going to turn in a diamond. So we're walking the store to each aisle that we went on, still like slowly trudging. We go back outside to the slopey entrance or whatever of Save-A-Lot. And this guy walks over to my mom. And he's like, hey, like, are you guys okay? What are you looking for? And she goes, I lost the diamond on my ring, and like we're just looking for it, blah, blah. And this guy like takes a step towards me and like kind of reaches out for me.
Oh God.
And he's like, well, why don't you just leave your daughter with me in the parking lot? And her and I can look, and you can go look inside. And he like kind of grabs my arm, and my mom yanks me back, and she's like, no, I think we're okay. We leave
Holy
immediately.
Fuck.
Like, this motherfucker really thought that this mother was going to leave her daughter with a strange man in the parking lot. Like, he asked to kidnap me.
Yeah, he legitimately asked
He
for
literally-
permission.
He politely
that's
asked
polite, at
if
least,
he could.
yeah.
That's just good manners.
Politely.
That's Southern hospitality right there. Holy
Your Honor,
shit.
I got permission from her mother, so I don't think it's kidnapping.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah,
just looking
he
for the diamond
politely
in
asked.
my dungeon.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So, we go back home, and the next day, after my mother is heartbroken, trying to figure out how she's going to get this replaced because it was very, very expensive and also a very rare cut for a diamond. So she was
For
like,
context,
I don't know how
it's
I'm going.
probably $20,000, $30,000, $40,000.
I think it was about $20,000 to get her ring replaced, yeah. But, however, we haven't gotten to that point yet. So she goes into work the next day. She's still devastated. She's still wearing the empty ring basket. And we walk into the classroom, and her diamond is just sitting on her desk. Just sitting there. And the principal, I think it was, or it might, we can say for this purpose, I don't think it was, but we can say that it's Old Gil.
Yeah,
I was
Old
like,
Gil
yeah, I
stepped up.
found that on the floor when I was cleaning.
Finally got a
I think it was the
W for Old
principal.
Gil.
Gotta win
But
for
we'll
Old
say that it
Gil.
was Old Gil. And he's
That's
like,
our
yeah,
good
I found it
Samaritan.
on the desk while I was cleaning. She still had to get the ring replaced and fixed because it wound up cracking as well.
Yeah.
But
Hey, you still got the
Yeah,
diamond back.
so-
That's the big part of it, man.
that's the story of the kidnapper and dumpster diving.
So really, the takeaway here is that Old Gil is a fucking hero.
Old
That's
Gil,
a
Sure,
right on.
hero.
Sure.
Yeah.
If I were there
R.I.P.
with you,
Fanny.
I would tussle your hair.
Sure,
gently
buddy.
right now.
Yeah.
Sure, buddy.
Yeah. Well, guys, if you enjoyed that story, don't you worry, because now you get to be a part of it. It's time.
Scroll, 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 scroll.
It's time to choose your own adventure with Dinosaurus. Scroll, scroll.
I'm Hannah Montana. I don't know.
Scroll.
Don't you have the rundown?
Yeah, don't worry, guys. The first one is the time that Dina lost a limb to a frog, almost lost a limb to a frog. How she almost
Dude.
got drugged at a party. And how I said I love you for the first time. To, I'm assuming, me.
Yeah, it was to Daniel.
Thank you.
No wonder she hates frogs.
It all makes
Yeah,
sense.
I have scars.
No context.
No
Sorry.
Save it
context.
for story time.
Dina.
Save it for story time.
Sean, cut
please.
that out. Cut that all out.
It's my
we will
coolest.
not
It's
let
my
it.
coolest scar, though. Boop.
It's cut.
Thanks, man.
Consider it cut.
Yeah, appreciate that. What's your early leader in the clubhouse, Sean?
I mean,
What did you just say?
what's your early leader in the clubhouse is what he said.
Oh, I thought I was having a stroke. Okay.
It's a sports ball thing. You
The
wouldn't get
fuck
it. It's
did
fine.
you think I said?
I heard "Whoosh, house," and I was like, "That's not a language."
He's speaking in tongues.
Okay.
So I think almost drugged at a party is going to be the boring story, even
Yeah.
though it sounds the most enticing. So I'm
Yeah.
going to go with the time I almost lost a limb to a frog, because I cannot even imagine a scenario where a frog could cause you to lose a limb. And I'm just completely intrigued by that concept.
Yeah, I mean, I do want to know about the first time Dina said I love you. I do, but I feel like it's going to end up being strangely romantic, and I want chaos. I want chaos in my life, so I think I'm going frog here with you, man.
All right.
Yeah. All right, audience, but you get to choose. It's not about us, so you guys get to choose, but you know what I get to choose, audience? Every week, we like to celebrate some of the worst erotic literature in history as selected by the Literary Review, a British literary magazine, in a segment that we call Cringy Copulation. These are real excerpts from real books intended to be taken seriously. This week's excerpt will be read by Dina and is from an American... hold on, we'll have to wait for that. I'll redo that. There we go. And this week's excerpt is from The Stranger at Palazzo de Oro by Paul Theroux. Paul Theroux is an American novelist who's had some of his stories turned into films. He's won over a dozen awards, including the Playboy Editorial Award for Best Story in 1972, 1976, 1977, and 1979. And Dina, you know, I'm sorry, this one's probably not gonna be as hardcore as you're used to, so I hope you'll forgive me for this.
Oh, yeah.
I hate the first word. The softness of her in the dark, far softer seeming because of the dark, was irresistible. And the aroma of her lily-fragrant perfume mingled with the cat smell of her steaming made
Can you
me
say that? Wait,
salivate.
Could you say it a little louder? I don't think the audience picked up on that, Dina.
I can just think about a specific person that I'm really mad at on Twitter, so. The aroma of her lily-fragrant perfume, mingled with the cat smell of her steaming cunt, made me salivate and pant like a lion. My nose tormented by damp fur and hot blood, still I could not tell where her softness ended and her silk began, and the complexity of her vaginal lips was like another elaborate silken garment she had put on for me to stroke. I adored the gleam of her body in the light from the Taormina street lamps and the blistered moon. But she preferred darkness to light, the floor to the bed, silence to words, my roughness to my gentleness, clothes to nakedness, preferred serving me to my making love to her. She knelt and worshipped my cock with her mouth, and she gloved hands, and her gloved hands, and she cried out louder than I did when I came, spattering her face as she licked. Tell me you're bad in bed without telling me you're bad in bed. He literally wrote that she would rather suck his dick than have sex with him. Like,
Yeah, just
she
get him off and
she
get
would-
it over with.
Just get it.
Yeah,
I mean,
she'd
she's
rather
literally
do
keeping a
anything than
glove
have him
on.
touch her.
Yeah, she's keeping a glove
She
on.
literally said, "Don't ever fucking touch me."
Yeah, she preferred to be clothed. Hold on. It says
Yeah.
she preferred clothed to nakedness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Preferred
That's a
serving
thing.
me to my making love to her.
That's not a thing.
Her gloved hands. God, that's so weird.
I mean,
What
listen.
kind of gloves do you think?
I
Do
mean,
you
it's
think they
gotta
were
be like,
soft?
oh god, like no, they're coarse leather workman's gloves.
Oh no, I was
I
thinking
hope to
like
God that they were latex gloves.
No,
Yeah, I
oh
was
god, that's
thinking
even
like,
worse.
you know,
I was
like-
thinking like a madame's
like
like
doctor's gloves, like very, very clinical.
I was thinking
Honestly,
like
the
opera
first thing
gloves.
that came to my head, I was
Like,
thinking of the
up to
aloe
the
vera
elbow?
gloves.
Yeah.
Aloe
Oh
vera
my God,
gloves.
he could get my wax machine,
Oh no.
And just-
Mm,
glove wax.
glove wax. Oh,
glove wax.
Glove wax it. I mean, my favorite part is okay. She made me salivate and pant like a lion. My nose tormented by damp fur and hot blood. Is she on her period? And is he like super into this? Is that what we're supposed to insinuate?
Oh, I didn't even. Oh, I skipped over blood.
Tormented
But I don't
by damp
understand
fur
why-
and hot blood.
I don't understand why lion was the go-to for panting there.
I mean,
don't
I
think
guess
I
he wanted to
usually
be
see
manly
lions
about
pant.
it, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, no, listen, that one
Also,
brought out the big C word. I mean, it checked a lot of boxes.
I cannot believe you made her say cunt again. You know she hates that.
I know. I hate
was
it
just
too.
I was just thinking of people. That's fine.
Yeah, you know, you channel. You use what you got to get through the performance. That's what he does.
Can we think of a different word besides soft? How many times is that? 3 or 4?
Let's see.
1, 2,
Softness, softer. 17.
3.
Softness. Yeah.
Yeah, he really struggled to find anything that wasn't soft.
3.
Yeah, in a very short paragraph. So I mean, that's
Mushy, squashy, pulpy, pappy, slushy, sloppy,
I wish
squishy,
it
doughy,
I'm not sure slushy makes
Semi-liquid.
it better.
gooey, pulpous, gloopy, swampy. Ooh, swampy's bad.
Yeah, okay.
Swampy's
Then
really bad.
maybe he was right to stick with softness about this.
Just use soft. It's
and-
okay.
Her
And here's
vaginal
my favorite part.
pulpiness.
So Sean, I've got homework for you. All right, because you obviously
No.
don't do enough.
Because
for
I
us.
need more of
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So it turns out that this book was turned into a radio play for BBC on December 17th, 2004. I would love if we can find this and find a clip of a voice actor having to seriously say these lines.
Let's find the script and do it live on stream. Just do the whole fucking thing. A production of The Stranger at the Palazzo d'Oro by Paul Theroux.
I bet it'll be good. I'm in.
But it
I'm
has
in.
to be after 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. After dark. This can be Don't Make It Weird After Dark, guys. But all right, so that was a fun one. I hope you enjoyed that. We're back into our literary reviews right now. You know, we normally go to you guys for weird takes, and we love your weird takes on Twitter, and we'll be going back to you guys soon enough. But we use Dr. Google, and we brought out some weird takes from the internet about writing. And
Wineclaw.
producer Sean.
Hashtag Wineclaw.
Yeah, Wineclaw.
Yeah, so I turned to Reddit because, you know, obviously Reddit is the front page of the internet, not a sponsor.
It's for old people.
Okay, thank you, Shannon.
Sing People Be Praised.
So there is a Reddit thread in the r/writing subreddit from 1 year ago that says, what are your most controversial writing opinions? So I thought I'd, you know, give you guys a couple and get your gut reactions to these.
Let's do it, baby. Hashtag weird takes.
Weird takes. Taken from Reddit.
Oh my
Okay.
baby. You guys, wait.
Yeah.
I think there's a wild animal in her office.
Yeah.
She's
Look.
trying to chase after.
He's broken again.
Oh,
Oh
good.
no, what happened?
I don't know. He came inside and like he just had a little scar, and now it's a big scar.
Oh no.
Did he scratch himself?
Yeah,
I
I
think
probably
so.
scratched it and made it worse.
Yeah.
All right, baby boy Miko is
Poor
back
puppy.
in the chair.
All right. So number one, let's see what we got here. Chapter 1 does not have to detail exactly what the novel is about. That's from
Incorrect.
Aristotle on Reddit.
So Dina, do you mind if I go first on this one?
No, I already said my answer.
Oh,
You're
what?
supposed to say "go fuck yourself" when he asks that.
Oh,
from
go
now
fuck
on,
yourself.
remember?
Oh, okay. What was your answer? Because I did miss that.
I said that it was incorrect.
Incorrect.
Incorrect. Yeah, I mean,
Because
listen,
there's so many people that DNF, right? Like, if you're not detailing, don't info dump, but if you're not telling me what your world is about in chapter 1, then like, what if I'm a DNFer?
DNFer. That sounds too down not.
She does not
Dina.
fuck.
Yeah, down not to fuck. Dina's not fucking.
Dina not finish.
Dina not finished. Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. Like, you know, chapter 1 should set the stage, but I think especially in fantasy novels, authors really want to set the scene. They want to give you all the background information. They want you to be in their world and then let the story take off. And it's like, I think Shannon, again, sing pickle be praised, and kind of our private chats kind of said it best.
Bless.
She's like, hey, listen, if it takes 4 or 5 chapters for your story to get going, just start your story at 4 or 5 chapters in, you know? And I kind of agree with that, because I think that I hate info dumps. Hook me, sell me on your story being interesting, and then we can sort out the details of what's going on later.
All right. Here's one that I know is a hot topic. From M Lucas 273 on Reddit, they said, I can't get behind the "you can't write about X unless you are X" crowd. This goes along with the diversity point. If I followed what those people say, everyone in my novel, which has a global context, would be Christian, straight, white male. Instead, my novel has Turkish, Sudanese, Honduran, Italian, French, British, Israeli, Irish, and American representation. My POV characters, heroes, and villains are Christian, Muslim, atheist, Jewish, or agnostic. This forced me to acclimate myself with world religions and cultures that I'd never experienced. It gave me a higher appreciation for what people believe, why they believe it, and how it drives their behaviors, including my own.
So I'll start with this one, because this is definitely like one I'm passionate about.
Wait, can I go first?
Oh, yeah, Dina, would you like to go first?
Yeah, so actually, no, you can go. You can go. You have a right to go in this one as a man.
As a man, as a cis white male, you know, like here's the thing. I am all for inclusion, diversity, expanding our horizons. Like, as writers, like that's what writing does, is it transports you to somewhere else, to a different perspective, to a different world. And it's like, listen, man, just for me, writing stories about a chubby white dude is not interesting. That story's been told a million times, and I'm bored to death with my own personal voice here. I think that when you get out of your comfort zone, when as a male you write it from a female's point of view, when you write from other cultures, from other upbringings, it creates empathy, creates understanding, it creates a nuanced view. And it's like, we shouldn't limit ourselves. Writing is to be able to step out of the world and just experience something else, whether it's as a reader or a writer. And I hate anything that's limiting it. I think that the only caveat to that is that you need to do it. You need to do your research. You need to have, if you're going to make some of these bold choices, have sensitivity readers, have good beta readers. You know, like there's been multiple times, like Dina, when I've written, you know, romance scenes, how many times, what have you told me multiple times?
You need the female
Don't do that.
gaze, or like you're writing like a man writing a woman, like, and that's okay. It's like, it's not a bad critique either. It's just like, hey, you need a different perspective here.
Yeah, and exactly that. Like, it's not like, you know, I was just being like ham-fisted, where it's like, she walked down the stairs boobily with her boobies boobing all over the place. But it's like, there are some things where I'm like,
My husband does that voice all the time.
oh God. Yeah. So I mean, it's, you know, it's not like that, but there's also, you know, some things where it's like, as a guy, I'm like, oh yeah, this is steamy, that's hot. And Dina's like, no girl's gonna be.
No.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah. What do you think, Dina?
So I have several scattered thoughts here. So first of all, we have this conversation quite a bit in our personal group chats. And I want to emphasize something that was really impactful to me today, actually, that Rance said, was that it's okay to have just straight white people in your book. Like, it's totally fine. And to add to that, like, in context, was we were talking about how sometimes people just have these other characters just to check a box. And it's 50-50, where you're on the spectrum of getting canceled for that, or you're like praised because yay for diversity. I don't think that you should just be checking a box. If this character actually fits in this world, belongs in that world, I think that you have a right to write it. However, don't make it about their identity. Don't write their experiences because they're LGBTQ, or their experiences because they're Black. Don't make your story about that. They can just happen to be LGBTQ plus, Black, Asian, whatever. They can just be that and not be writing in the place of that culture's identity, because there is a fine line between cultural appropriation. But I think that you can do it, and you can write outside of that just fine. And then also you can just write the straight cis white person too, like that. That's okay too.
And I think that like I would challenge all of us in the writing community as readers to come into reading stories that have diversity from, maybe non-diverse sources with an with an open mind from the standpoint of, are they intentionally trying to be hurtful, culturally appropriate, stuff like that, or is this a place of ignorance? Because I think that we kind of jump sometimes to be like, oh, well, they said this, so that's, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, they were just trying, like, they came in with the best intentions. And obviously there are bad actors out there, the guys over there at BasedCon that are probably, none of those guys should probably write diverse characters because it will inevitably be offensive as fuck. But for most of us, I think we all come from a good place here. Like, we're trying to do the right thing. And even if we miss the mark, we can improve it in a future story or a next book. But let's not, sit there and condemn it and be like, well, that piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I think intention matters and source matters. And that's something that we should always keep in mind.
Yeah, and I think that also sensitivity readers will help you a lot with that.
Yep.
There's a big like, if your story doesn't change at all because your character is Black and like you're making a lot of comments about that and making it about identity and like whatever discrimination they're going through and things like that, but your story actually doesn't change if they happen to be white and you're just adding in those things just to check a box, I think that's obvious.
Yeah.
And that's where you're crossing a line.
But yeah, I guess my final thoughts on this is, we're writers. We should be creative. We should be able to step outside our own lived in experience and try to do new things and write new things as long as we're approaching it in the right way. So.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys want to do one more before we say goodbye?
Yeah, let's just do one more.
All right. From Q Gagon on Reddit, QGGONE on Reddit. Getting trapped in a cycle of rewriting the first few chapters or eternal D&D styled world building is the greatest threat to new writers. New writers should be advised to avoid doing any revisions of their work until they're finished with their first draft and shouldn't bother with serious world building until they can complete a plot. A lot of good books will never be made because their writers fall into the simplest of traps.
Man, that one hits home. Dina, start us off. Midas, please quit making out with our co-host. Midas, we have work to do, sir.
That's going on the thumbnail.
I think that's really true, is that people get so caught up in editing in this endless cycle, and it's just like, and they're trying to like flush out a world in 1 or 2 chapters, and it's like, just fucking right. And then later on, you can add little stuff. That's like it's a draft. It's basically, if you're a pantser, your first draft is an outline for you. Like, that's all that it is. And then you later on go back and add stuff.
Yeah, and listen, I feel this one because I've got 3, maybe even 4 different stories that I started when I was much younger, that I got like 2 chapters in, 3 chapters in, and then I started editing it. And then I was excited that I'd written something. So then I was like asking for friends to start reading a story that hadn't even been finished. Cause like, check out these 2 chapters. Well, where's the rest? Don't worry about that. I'm working on these and making these better.
Ask
and then,
questions.
yeah. And then it's like, you keep going back and editing it and you're trying to improve it. And then you just stop writing because you're like, I don't like the story anymore after 2 chapters. And I think that the best thing that happened, like the first book that I finished, man, that first draft was riddled with plot holes, inconsistencies, poor script writing, all of it. But I got beginning, middle, and end. And then I actually really love the process of editing and then just putting like decorations on it and making it cool, filling in those plot holes, doing that stuff. Like, as weird as it sounds, I love dev edits. That's my favorite part of the writing process, is dev editing my own shit. And so best advice is just write it, let it be bad, finish it, and you can make it good.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, this has been Weird Takes from Reddit.
So, guys, as always, for future episodes, if you ever have a weird, controversial opinion about writing books, movies, producer Sean's beautiful mustache that he should have. I wish he had like a thick Ron Swanson mustache. Not like, like just get a little thicker. That's my hot take.
Do you like Top Gun?
There you go. You
I
can
don't
always
have
send
the
it.
genes for that, you guys.
Not my
is what I've
problem. This
got.
is 2022. This is what I've got. So you guys can leave us any hot take you have at hashtag weird takes. And if you want to have your voicemail played on a future episode, you can call us at 347-69 weird. That's 347-699-3473. And guys, it's been another great episode of Don't Make It Weird. We're so excited you guys got to hang out with us. Our next guest, Dina, we're gonna have Thomas E. Staples and his Pendleton
I
cases.
just finished his book.
Bro, I'm telling you, we just need to go ahead and read both, man. I don't care what the timeline says.
No, that's too complicated for interviews to have to do both books.
Look at Midas. He says, please read both of Thomas's books. They're so good.
Peter, please.
Please.
Can I
Yeah,
have some more?
Misha. So we're excited to have Tom on the... Hey, Dina.
Yeah?
Can we read both books, please?
You can read both books in your personal time to
Please.
support our authors.
Please.
But we can also just have him on for a second episode.
Please.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
All right, guys. So you know what? We're already planning. So Tom, be awesome, buddy. All right, guys. This has been the episode's over. We're done. You guys can go home now. Dina, where can the folks find you?
You can find me on Twitter at DinosaurusD. That's D like D's nuts. And I'm never late like Daniel. Ayo.
Heyo. And you can find me on Twitter at DanQ That's DanQ Writes Thing singular.
It's Dan U writes thing. Dan U writes thing. Q was banished last episode. I don't know if you remember. It's Daniel
no longer.
Wiggly
Doesn't fit.
now with a U.
Oh, Jesus.
Wig.
So you can find him on Twitter at Dan
Wiggly.
U writes thing, aka Danu.
Danu. Producer Sean, where can the folks find you, buddy?
You can find me on Twitter at Chase Holdu.
What you having for dinner tonight, man?
Oh, it's wings tonight. Wings all night.
You say it a little slower. Like more sensuously.
Oh, we're having wings tonight, baby. Hot, sticky, saucy wings.
Did that do it for you?
Well done, sir. Yeah, that's it. All right, we're out of here,
I'm so
guys.
uncomfortable.
Jazz hands.
Hey.
Don't Make It Weird. Hosted by Daniel Quigley and Dinosaurus. Produced and edited by me, Sean Holden. Theme music by Amaria. You can find the video version of this show on our YouTube channel or the audio-only version wherever you download your podcasts. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and it helps us out a ton. Have a message for Dina or Daniel? Leave us a voicemail at 347-69-WEIRD and we'll listen to it on a future episode. Thanks for making it weird with us, and we'll see you next time.